Hey, beautiful Leo. Welcome to your tarot and oracle card reading for the rest of 2025. This reading is for Leo, sun, moon, and rising. And while this is for the rest of 2025, if you find it outside of time, remember timing is divine and so are you. So my readings are timeless. There will be a message here for you. All right. We're just going to look and see what is coming in for you, what your gifts and blessings are, what your challenges might be, and advice from spirit. I'm using the Star Tarot, and I will get clarifiers from some other decks, and you can find all the decks I use in the description below. God, Spirit, Universe, please bring truth, wisdom, and understanding to this reading for the Leo family and help Leo find their highest and best timeline. Thank you, Spirit. All right, Leo. What we have coming in for us is the Five of Swords, Ace of Swords, and Princess of Pentacles. The Five of Swords is changing your mind about something. All the fives are a change, and the swords is your mind. And, you know, I see that in some other cards as well. Like something that you thought was a good idea at one point, or that might have been a good idea at one point, you've outgrown it. You know, and a lot of you are too smart for this now. You know better for this or than this, you know, and so you've like been allowing it to remain for the time being, but the time has come for a change. The fives herald change, you know, and the Ace of Swords is a new idea. It's a new direction to go in. It's a new thought and a way of seeing things as well. So it's clarity, you know, and it's downloads. You know, the Five of Swords can be like, I'm disappointed in the way that this turned out, and I'm not going to allow it to go any further. So we're going to stop at the fives and we're going to start over again at the ace, you know. And we'll get clarifiers for all of these, but I just want to go through this really quick. And then you have the Princess of Pentacles, again, that new beginning. It's a new creation or a new intention that you have, and it's embodying the feeling of something new. So it's exciting too. An ending and a beginning you have. And what's blessing you is the King of Swords, the Prince of Swords, and the Two of Pentacles. So again, two swords and a pentacles. The pentacles is creating densified physical manifest reality, you know, on an earth level. And the swords is your mentality. So I feel like, you know, you're very, very in your head right now, but your intention is to grow and create something or to maintain and sustain something. So you have the King of Swords and the Prince of Swords. The King of Swords is a master mind. He's a master of the mind. So he creates prolific content. He is a great teacher. He's a great judge. He's the ultimate authority. This could be you becoming the boss. And for some of you, becoming your own boss because you have Nine of Pentacles in your advice column, right? Whatever it is, though, it is becoming an authority. It's stepping into an authority role, and for a lot of you, teaching on some level, and it could be also a judgment in your favor. You know, you have the King of Swords in the row of blessings and gifts, and you have the Ace of Swords and what's coming for you. And that can be interpreted as a judgment in your favor. If there is anything in the bureaucratic side of life or the legal side of life that you're hoping for things to turn out in your favor, however that resonates, that definitely could be coming in. And Prince of Swords is more information. Like you're getting a lot of information right now. There's a lot of information coming at you, and it's all good. It's fueling the flame. Okay, beautiful Leo. It's empowering your future too. Your mind is getting real strong. These two crows are Hugin and Munin, like the crows that came and told Odin what was going on in the world, you know, thought and memory. So real sharp, real quick-witted, real on your game, if not always, at least for the rest of 2025. Okay, and then Two of Pentacles, this is like being able to pick up another ball. Like you're juggling and you're getting so good at it that now you can pick up another ball, you know, and I really feel like for a lot of you, this does mean you are becoming the boss, you know, you are bossing up in some way. Like, oh, I can handle this too. Okay, I got this. Now I know I'm going to delegate that. Like really understanding how to manage things, like solid. And then this is interesting. Your challenge cards could not be more challenging. And I'm sorry for this, beautiful Leo. You have a lot of blessings coming in, but you are about to process some things, okay? You have the Devil card, which means freeing yourself from an old paradigm, freeing yourself from an addiction, like seeing things clearly and understanding that you are free. So oftentimes it happens, we live our lives in chains. We never even know we have the key. When the Devil card comes, we realize that there's nothing holding us there. We are free to leave, right? So in your challenge position, it could just be uncomfortable for you to come to that realization, or you might find it challenging to leave that situation, that addiction, that fear for many of you. There's a self-imposed limitation in the Devil card, and this could be a fear. This could be being manipulated by other people too, being puppeted. I'm not seeing that for you at all. But I'm just telling you what some of these things could mean, just so that you understand, right? There is a mask behind it all. You can see here in the middle of the card, there's like a little like jester, like a clown, right? So it's like the Wizard of Oz energy. This big scary devil is really just a clown, behind the curtains, they're disempowered. And the only power they ever had was the power that you gave them. So in your challenge row, you have to step into that authority energy where literally I am my own authority on so many levels. Like, where was I giving my power away? And look for that. And you have 9 of Wands. This is burning the candle at both ends. It's a lot of work. Yeah. Now you have the 2 of Pentacles, the ability to do a lot of work. But nevertheless, you have the 9 of Wands too. So this is a lot of output. And for a lot of people, it's getting up early and staying up late with added responsibilities or something that you're very passionate about, newly passionate about. And I definitely have that for some of you with the Princess of Pentacles. Like, you want to get up early and stay up late. You're on fire for this, but there's only so much that one person can do. So you're going to meet your limitations. A bunch of you. Now we'll get clarifiers for these, but and then you have death. So really the death card is not actually the death card. It's transformation, right? So you're being transformed. And I definitely feel that by freeing yourself, right, from the devil energy and working for the new thing, going for the new thing, you will be changed from the inside out. And, you have this Phoenix energy here, right? This is like new life, new light. You have a lot of new energy here, but you are an authority now, capable of taking on that new energy, welcoming in that new energy, right? So old energy has to be released, and I just feel that. And it doesn't look like beloved old energy. It just looks like old energy that may have been holding you down, frankly, with the Devil card there, right? And you have that white butterfly. This is purity. You are more pure now. Stepping away from the devil could literally make you more pure as well. Like, the devil is oftentimes seen as an addiction, right? And when we are addicted to anything, whether it's eating or consuming entertainment or anything, can be anything, we are not our purest self, right? We are still consuming something outside of us, and so the voice in our head isn't clear, isn't authentically Leo. There's still another voice in there, and with all these swords, it feels like the need to clear the voices. Stop watching the news, for instance, like that kind of energy, And your advice cards, the Hierophant, which is connect to spirit in some ways, connect to your God's guides and guards, open up your crown chakra to receive guidance, wisdom, to follow your intuition, to follow a higher path as well. And for a lot of you, it's, I don't need another person to bridge me to spirit. You're being told, especially because you have the Nine of Pentacles here, which is self-sufficiency, to step away from an energy which claims to connect you to spirit, right? And maybe doesn't anymore or never did, right? With the devil there. So, it is a very disillusioning energy with the devil card if it has to do with spirituality, but with the Hierophant, it tells me a lot of you may need to, stop going to that meditation group or that church or listening to that person who claims to connect you to spirit. That is a false energy, or that energy doesn't serve you. I'm sorry to say. But, for others, and we'll get clarifiers, it is open your mind to messages from spirit, so you will know the difference. Then you have the King of Wands. This is like master your energy, this, and I rarely say this with the King of Wands, but really, if you're going to master your energy, use your body more. There is a lot of mind energy here, a lot of air element here, and maybe you need to practice yoga or, kickboxing or, going for walks or swimming or something to burn off some of that mental energy and get grounded, immerse yourself in another element. When we do exercise, we build our fire, and that's our fire element. When we go into water to swim, that's the water element, but just sitting, thinking and consuming and creating content or whatever it is, there's a bit much of that, it feels like. Okay. And then the Nine of Pentacles, again, this is entrepreneur energy too. This is self-sufficiency, growing your own garden, stepping into your most independent energy. The King of Swords is very, very independent. And with the Nine of Pentacles in your advice position, it's saying lean into that to manifest the life that you want, to grow your business, to grow your platform, to write your book and all that other stuff, right? So it's time to do that. And you do have the Empress at the bottom of the deck, which is very, very creative energy. Like I definitely feel like you are using your mind to create something. Okay. All right, let's get some clarifiers from beautiful Leo. Thank you, Spirit. What clarifies Leo's path? You have Lovers with the Five of Swords, the Queen of Wands with the Princess of Pentacles, the High Priestess with the Ace of Swords. And then you have Seven of Wands with the King of Swords, Six of Cups with the Prince of Swords, Eight of Swords with the Two of Pentacles, that freeing yourself. With the Devil, you have the Moon. With Nine of Wands, you have Nine of Cups. So beautiful Leo, this is your wish card. You never, ever waste a wish. So this is a free wish. Pause the video, make a wish, and then come back. All right. And then with the Death card, you have the Queen of Pentacles. So creative. With the Hierophant, you have the Two of Wands, a portal. With the King of Wands, you have Nine of Wands again. And with the Nine of Pentacles, you have the Knight of Cups. Okay. So yeah, you are just, and at the bottom of the deck, you have the Knight of Wands. Like the passion is growing. Passion is flowing. There's a lot of passion here. So changing your mind, for a lot of you, it's about a relationship. It's the Lover's card. You could just you could find that your lover is not who you thought they were. I hate to say that with the Eight of Swords, though, it's possible, right? But you could also find that what you thought was your path. The Lovers is a crossroads and a blessing, and it's alignment with your path, right? So with changing your mind, the Five of Swords, you could just be changing your mind about the direction that you want to go in your life. This is your life's direction, the Lover's card. You know, this is the commitment you made when this is Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden. And when they chose the fruit of the tree of knowledge of good and evil, they made a commitment to that path. So the commitment you made to whatever path it was, you're changing your mind. And that can be disruptive. You can see that with the imagery here, right? The swords at the heart, you know. I'm not seeing a heartbreak per se. I mean, you know, that's going to be different for everyone. I'm not seeing the 3 of swords or anything, or the 10 of swords or anything like that. You know, I'm not seeing that level of upset. I'm seeing knots that need to get untied, a tricky situation that you need to undergo to free yourself, you know. But I love the Lover's card coming in for you. You know, this is soul alignment on your path. And there's always an angel at the top of the Lover's card blessing you, you know. So, you know, crossroads. Princess of Pentacles, Queen of Wands. This is passionate new creation. Like with the Princess of Pentacles, this is something that you're creating, something new, right? And the Queen of Wands is super passionate about it, also very charismatic about it too. Like she can't be stopped. And people want to do for her. And she's very, very attractive, like law of attraction kind of attraction, right? So what your intention is, this Princess of Pentacles, this seed that you want to plant and grow, this new intention, it has everything behind it to be successful. Right? And then Ace of Swords with the High Priestess. Ace of Swords is downloads, information, insights, revelation. And the High Priestess is intuition. Again, that wide open crown chakra, receiving information. You're going to learn something, and it's just going to be given to you, you know? And it's going to lead you to something new and exciting and changing your mind about something. So take it as it resonates. So that King of Swords with the 7 of Wands. 7 of Wands is holding her ground. She can't be knocked off the perch that she's on. And she's on an elevated perch as well. So for a lot of you, this is getting a promotion. You know, this is a promotion or an ascension in some way. And there could be like, this is in your blessings row, so it's not going to hurt you in any way, right? This is people recognizing your elevation, your elevated position, and, you know, wanting to push you off center, wanting to, you know, so some people like casting the evil eye, you know, but this is you're not looking the evil eye, you can't be, and you're staying centered and you're staying humble, and pride isn't opening you to that energy, right? Your connection to spirit is going to be your blessing. Your connection to your higher self and your higher nature is going to be your blessing. And then the Prince of Swords with the 6 of Cups. So the Prince of Swords is, like I said, you're going to be learning a lot, right? And the 6 of Cups is like inner child energy. It's like nostalgia too. It's like soul retrieval for a lot of us. It's an emotional blessing as well, right? There's a lot to the 6 of Cups, but I just feel like you're going to learn a lot about a path that you've been on for a really long time. You can see like this inner child, right? Like you learn a lot about who you were, who you are, maybe what you were taught so long ago, how you were raised for some of you, why you are the way you are, you know? And I know that's deep, but you have the devil and the death card in your challenges. So you have to go deep. You're processing, you know? And then the 2 of Pentacles, like I can do better. I can hold more. I can do more, right? You have the 8 of Swords. It's this like opposite energy where your hands are bound in the mirror, right? And you're blindfolded. You can't do more, right? That kind of thing. But this is in your blessing. You thought you couldn't. You had imposter syndrome, or you didn't understand your abilities, your talents, gifts, and abilities, or the value that they held for other people. But now you do. Okay. Now you do. your eyes are open, see, hear clearly, not in the mirror, not the reflection. Your eyes are open, and you are so much more magnificent, so much freer, so much more capable than the messages that you are allowing yourself to repeat, I want to say. And you may have gotten those when you were young too, some of you. And then you have the moon with the devil card. So this is like a lack of clarity, a lack of being able to see, right? But remember, there's none so blind as she or he who will not see. So the challenge is you have to open your eyes. You have to open your eyes to what makes you uncomfortable. You have to open your eyes to your own fault. You have to allow yourself to be forgiven, for a lot of you. And you have to allow yourself to forgive, like if you're blaming someone else for something, you have to forgive them. You have to. The path forward is through, and you can't get through it until you forgive what's unresolved, and then the knots untie themselves, the tangle removes itself, and you can move forward. I just feel like, here in the moon, you're down in the water, and water is your emotions, and it's repressed emotions. It's hidden emotions. It's repressed feelings, repressed memories for some of you. I really feel that. I feel that soul retrieval energy for a lot of you beautiful Leos. So it's the challenge is to go deep. Yeah. And you have the 9 of Wands clarified with the 9 of Cups. So that work, all that output that you have to do that could be challenging for a lot of you. You have the 9 of Cups. This is wish fulfillment, So the 9 of Cups in the challenge position is still a blessing. Your wish card is always a blessing. Your wish fulfillment will come, right? So the 9 of Wands, trust that your wish is coming true. Trust that you're working for something. Trust that this is what you want. I sometimes I ask, is this something that they should stop doing? But no, not with the 9 of Cups. Not with the 9 of Cups. The challenge is to keep going, and then you get some type of wish fulfillment. And then Death card with the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles is creating. All the queens are creators. So the Queen of Pentacles is creating your densified manifest reality. She's the earth element, right? And Death, you're becoming a better, like you're transforming yourself. You're becoming a new you. You're peeling old layers of yourself off, right? And you're discovering the creatrix within, who's manifesting your world. You're realizing that as above, so below, as within, so without. As I think, so I am. As I do, so my world is. Your thoughts, words, and deeds are manifesting your world, and you're coming clear on that so that you can become a better manifester. So that you can use your thoughts, words, and deeds with intention to manifest the life that you want, And I really feel that, like there's clarity coming in on a whole nother level for you, beautiful Leo. The Hierophant clarified with the 2 of Wands. The 2 of Wands opens a portal, opens a door for your tomorrow. So this connection energy to spirit is literally opening a portal to spirit, opening a portal to your higher self, So this is like, say your prayers, or say your mantra, or do your meditation, because this is an opportunity for you. The 2 is an opportunity. When the door opens or when a portal opens, it doesn't stay open all the time, right? So step through, or it doesn't stay open indefinitely, Step through the portal, into your higher timeline. And also with, like I was saying, for a lot of you, there's a need, right, to not allow yourself to be subject to someone else who claims to connect you to spirit, And I really, really feel that, like, you have the portal to spirit. You know, spirit is right on the other side of the window. You know, you can step through the window. I don't know. And then the King of Wands with the Nine of Wands is mastering your energy, and the Nine of Wands is a lot of hard work. You know, it's again burning the candle at both ends. You have the Nine of Wands in your challenge position, right? Don't stop working. Don't stop working. Don't give up. Don't give up. Really, really. You're going to master your energy with the King of Wands and the Nine of Wands. You're going to get better at this. You know, you have the Two of Pentacles. Like, you're going to be able to juggle more and more. It's going to make sense to you. You're going to see a reason for it. You'll be able to delegate more. You know, don't give up. Don't give up. Then you have the Knight of Cups with the Nine of Pentacles, like going after your heart's true desire, going after the Grail. You know, being on a quest for the Grail, and the card of self-sufficiency, entrepreneurship, growing your own garden. Like, let that be your North Star. You know, go after that. Like, if you have a dream of starting your own business, or if you have a little side hustle, but your job is getting in the way, you know, it might be time to become your own boss, to like really, really step into that role and get rid of that imposter syndrome and free yourself from what was holding you back. Sometimes that kind of leap of faith is what's required to bring you the greatest success. You know, for some of you, that's a very specific message, but I really get that, you know, I really do. And the Knight of Cups is going after his heart's true desire, right? So with the Nine of Pentacles, this is like creating the world around you. Create the world you desire. You know, that's what Spirit wants for you. And you have the Empress here and the Knight of Wands here. Like, you have everything that's needed to be that master manifester, you know? So really, I think that there's nowhere else for you to go. You know, this is what Spirit wants for you, and you have no other options. We have trust the niggle. What is the niggling feeling trying to tell you? Follow your intuition. Like, this is a time when you're going to receive messages. You have the High Priestess there with the Ace of Swords. Trust what messages come. Okay. Starseed. What lights you up? Again, that really, really major Knight of Cups energy. Go after your heart's true desire. Go after what lights you up. If it doesn't light you up, don't waste your time on it. Life is too short, you know? And then break the chain. Break the chain. Ancestral patterns, healing, rewriting the future. This is you getting freed from the devil. And this is you with all those cards that I talked about, like soul retrieval, you know, DNA level, curses, and ancestral patterns. That's really, really heavy, beautiful Leo. I love that for you. What else do we have for beautiful Leo? Thank you, Spirit. Scarab beetle. Magic works through you. You really do have a lot of magic. You have a lot of power. You have a lot of talents, gifts, and abilities, right? And I think you know it too. Like, you are fully aware of this, but you know, like, you're standing in your own way in some regard. Rabbit Spirit. Now is a lucky time, and of course it is with the Wish card, right? But rabbits also are very fertile. So this is, again, that real creative energy. And then Cat Spirit, claim your independence. I'm getting so many of the same cards with different signs. It's crazy. But claim your independence, just like with that Nine of Pentacles, right? Step into your entrepreneurial role. Step into your independent self. Step into that energy of self-sufficiency. Okay. So I love that for you, beautiful Leo. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for being you. And I'll see you next time. Peace.